Call the meeting to order. First order of business would be to approve the minutes from our last meeting, which was March 19th, 2024. Any questions, comments on minutes?
You're fine. Got a few typos.
Good, Lon. Need a minute?
I move approval.
All righty, I have a motion from Jim for approval. Second from Mike. All in favor? Any opposition? Motion passes. All right. Next up are three public hearings. The first, William and Regina Leak have applied for a variance to reduce the front yard setback from 40 feet to 28 feet on their property at 511 O'Hare Drive, and we will first hear a staff report on this.
Yep, thank you, Sue. Sorry. Let me get to the right staff report here. I put it in the wrong order, I apologize. So it's second in the staff packet here, I apologize. Yep, so William and Regina Leak are requesting a 12-foot variance from the front yard setback requirement of 40 feet per the plat to construct a porch on the existing single-family structure in the R1A zoning district. So this is located in Green Acres. It's an older plat, which is why it has the 40-foot front yard setback. Our standard now typically is the 25-foot, but everything within Green Acres either had the 40-foot or some of them have a 35-foot, just depending on what road you're in. So O'Hara Drive just happens to have the 40-foot. This is the boundary survey and the depiction of what they are looking to do. What we're considering here is this proposed front porch on the front of the existing single-family residential structure. They're also proposing a deck and garage in the back, but those are all going to be meeting our setback requirements. So as you can see, it's going to be 28 foot from the property line. So it'd meet our current requirements of the 25 feet, but it wouldn't meet what the platted requirements are of 40 feet. When I look at this, I don't know that there's any extenuating circumstances or hardships created by this. You know, it's in line with what you see throughout the neighborhood. So, you know, there's some things to consider with this, but it would be meeting our current requirements. So is there any questions for me on that?
It would be meeting our current requirements?
Yep, the proposal of the 28 feet would be meeting our current requirements. They're required to get a variance because the plat has it at 40 feet, so.
Any objections from neighbors?
I have not received any calls on this. Lisa, have you?
I have not.
Yep. We haven't received any calls.
The applicants here tonight, y'all care to speak, or you don't have to, but you're more than welcome to.
If I could.
Yes, sir.
First off, I want to thank y'all.
If you don't mind,
No problem.
just state your name, address, and that your testimony is truthful, please.
My name is William Leak. According to the application, I live at 511 O'Hara Drive, and the statement that I'm going to give you is truthful.
Thank you.
60 years ago, I delivered newspapers to this house. I delivered the Danville Advocate Messenger. My parents built a home in Green Acres in 1959. Since that time, I've owned 4 different homes in Green Acres. I've always considered this one the plain Jane of the houses in Green Acres because it didn't have any appearance. We bought this not knowing that we could not add a front porch. We didn't meet the requirements of the zoning. And we would like to add this front porch, 1, to have a front porch because I like to be out there to say hello to my neighbors. 2, to improve the appearance of the resident itself and improve the appearance, in my mind, of the neighborhood. And I appreciate you all considering our request for this variance and would appreciate your approval of our request. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Any questions for the applicant? Anybody here to speak against the applicant? All righty. We will close the public hearing portion of this then, and.
I think you have to ask if anyone's here to speak in favor as well.
What's that?
You have to ask if anyone's here to
Oh,
speak in
anybody,
favor of
yes.
it as well.
Anybody here to speak in support of the applicants? Thank you, Susan.
Hello, I'm Susan Hunstead. My parents are Robert and Donna Burnley. I do have power of attorney for them, and I would say I'm in favor for them on their project.
Okay. Thank you very much. Anybody else in support? Now we will close the public hearing portion of this and deliberate amongst ourselves. Any questions?
I think it'll improve the looks of the house.
Yeah, I think
I
it'll look
really
good.
do. And I don't think it's gonna change the character of the neighborhood.
I did drive by there and see that it was a bit plain Jane looking in the front, so a little sprucing up wouldn't hurt a bit, would it? Anybody care to make a motion, either for or against this tonight?
I move approval.
Mr. Brown, I would suggest that you make that motion based on this justification, that the variance meets statutory and ordinance requirements. Specifically, it's not an unreasonable circumvention of the zoning regulations because it's merely amending the setbacks from the plat's more restrictive measure to those held in the zoning ordinance, and it will also improve the house's appearance. Thank you.
Beautiful, thank you, sir. Have a motion and a second? All in favor? No opposition? Motion carries. Thank you all. Good luck with your property there. Yes, sir. Second item on the public hearing, Sri Sai Hospitality has applied for a variance to waive the screening requirements for vehicular use area on the southern property line that adjoins Hightower Road and to reduce the required landscape buffer from the average of 10 feet in width to a minimum of 5, to an average of 3 feet in width, with a minimum dimension being 2.54 feet on the northern property that adjoins the South Danville bypass located at 3663 South Danville bypass.
Sorry, Steve, I tried to keep that as short as I could.
And I do not believe that we have anybody here representing the applicant, is that correct? And that being the case, we are not able to move forward with this. Is that correct?
That's correct. You can take a motion to table it to a date certain, or I think that's the option provided to you. Yes, sir.
I'll second.
Motion by Mike, second by Lonnie. All in favor of tabling this till the next meeting? Aye. No opposition? You opposed?
No, no.
Oh, okay, good deal. All right. The third item on our public hearing, James Dunn has applied for an administrative appeal of a notice of violation for an off-premise sign at 461 South 4th Street. And I understand that Mr. Durham is not here this evening.
Mr. Durham called after I had sent out staff, or I guess before I'd sent out staff applications, asking for a continuance essentially to the July 16th meeting. He was unable to attend tonight, so he asked for a 1-month continuance, if you all are willing to grant it.
Guess I'll look for a
I'll
motion.
make a motion to table it to the next meeting.
Thank you, Lonnie, for that quick. Any second on that? Vicky seconds that. Any discussion? All in favor of tabling that? All approve? That concludes our public hearing portion. Any old business that I do not see on the agenda?
None.
New business, we have to elect officers. And we have a chair and a vice chair that need to be elected.
That's correct.
Take any recommendations for nomination for chairman?
I second that.
We have a first and a second to nominate Steve Sutherland for chairman. Any discussion on this? Is this my turn
Couldn't happen to
to
a
dig
better
myself
guy.
out of this?
Would you like to speak in favor of it?
Well spoken, Willie. I guess I will take it as it is. Thank you, Mike, appreciate that. All in favor? I guess I shouldn't have voted on that. All righty. I got to vote. I don't know if it's me, though. Yeah. All right. So we now have a chair, and we need to take a nomination for a vice chair. Anybody?
I'd like to nominate Mr. Clark as our vice chair. He has good experience with the program, represents the Board of Adjustments well to the committee, and has shown good judgment in all of his previous decisions.
Eloquently worded. Do we have a second on that?
I'll second the nomination.
Second by Jim. Discussion on this? It's like a chance to speak, Lonnie?
Guess I'll take it as what it's worth.
All righty. Well, we have a first and a second. And all in favor? No opposition. Congratulations, Vice Chair. Any other officer positions that need to be voted for?
Nope, that was it.
All righty. Any other new business?
Nope.
It's going to be a fast meeting. I like
Yeah.
it. Take a motion to adjourn. Vicky, second by Willie. Jump in there. Got on the board.
I was waiting on that one all day.
All righty. Everybody in favor, please get up and leave.